All right, folks. I actually recorded this Amiga news section before I left for Amiga 40 Germany, and I was supposed to upload it before then, but I just didn't have time to edit it together. I was so busy getting ready for Amiga 40, which was amazing. You'll notice I talk about going to Amiga 40 Germany. Already been there. It was amazing. I'm going to talk about it all on tomorrow's stream. Also, big news that came out is a lot of more information about the A1200 came out. Lots of news happened at Amiga 40 Germany. So this news is it's a little old. It's like a week old. But you know what? If you haven't heard it, it's news to you. So enjoy.
All right, folks, buckle up. As usual, the Amiga news is super thick. I got my plane tickets ready, heading across the pond for Amiga 40 Germany this week. Let's do the Amiga news for the week of October 12th, 2025. Let's freaking fly, baby.
Amiga News with Amiga Bill.
Now here's a really cool one. If you're going to Amiga 40 Germany, a lot of folks saw this in my news section and they wanted more information about it. Now you're gonna get a little more information. P-Vision by Oliver Action will be demonstrated at Amiga 40 Germany. He also will have the AmiGus, the sound card that he designed, will be at Amiga 40 Germany. And this P-Vision is very, very cool. It's RTG for every Amiga 600 and 1200. Looks like it's sold by Alinea Computers. Amiga 40 will be the debut of P-Vision, since I like to keep my projects secret until they've reached a certain level of maturity. But since we now release the AmiGus, I made substantial progress on the P-Vision, so I'll be showing a working prototype at the fair. What is P-Vision? It's the PCMCIA graphics card for the Amiga 600, 1200. Digital video output, 32 megabyte frame buffer, usable via Bankswitching and MMU. CPUs with no MMU can use 4 megabytes frame buffer. It supports up to 1280 by 720 and 32-bit. A 64-bit blitter can process up to 300 million pixels. Works with every PCMCI-friendly CPU accelerator. P-Vision implements a display processor which brings the same flexibility to RTG as the native Amiga graphics, screen dragging. Picasso 96 support development has recently started. Maybe a first alpha driver is ready at Amiga 40. The card will be released to the public for everyone to build. Licensed cards can be purchased from Alinea. Some nice surprises are still yet to be revealed. Here's a photo showing the screen dragging capability of the card. That's cool. Look at that. Looks like he's got 3 screens up there. He dragged up the jellyfish, then he dragged up the kitty cat. That's pretty rad. And here's pictures that he sent me right before the stream of the card itself. So he's already got some like working prototypes. That is really cool. You guys need it? Let's go, baby. You guys like it? Very, very cool stuff. So more information about the P-Vision coming soon. Now, I was perusing around the internet. We all know keyboards are a premium when it comes to Amiga. A lot of our keyboards have failed, or some of us just want an extra keyboard so we can put, a Raspberry Pi inside of an A1200.net case or something like that. And I stumbled across these. I didn't know anything about these. We got the TS500 and the TS1200, new mechanical keyboards for the Amiga 500 and 1200. The Sword and Store offering has been updated with the first batch of 200 units of the TS500 mechanical keyboards designed for the Amiga 500 and the TS1200 for the Amiga 1200. Online sales will begin after the official launch, which will take place October 18th to 19th at Amiga 40 Germany in Mönchengladbach. The keyboards are complete, ready-to-use sets, including the keycaps and cable. They're available in white, gray, or black keycaps with a choice of switches. You got the red switches or the blue switches. The TS500 is equipped with its own controller. It eliminates the need to transfer the controller from the old keyboard. Additionally, the controller allows the keyboard to be connected to a PC in USB mode. That's awesome. Or a Raspberry Pi, if you put that inside. Or I guess you could do like a Vampire too. The keyboards feature keycaps with legends created using dye sublimation technology. This technique embeds the graphic into the keycap plastic, making the markings exceptionally durable and indelible, unlike the less durable tampography, the pad printing. You get extra keycaps, so you got US, UK, or German keycaps. That's awesome. The price for one keyboard is €139.99 plus value added tax. The Sword and Store also plans to introduce the TS600 keyboard for the Amiga 600 in the near future. That's huge. That is really huge because I know lots of keyboards, not lots, but we got keyboards for the Amiga 500, keyboards for the Amiga 1200, and now the 600 is getting some love. So check it out. I saw that on English Amiga board. So big thanks to English Amiga board. Here we are. They look nice, right? There they are with the white and gray. That is awesome. Now this is a really interesting one. My main man Voxel Trots, we have like a private WOG travel team WhatsApp chat, and he dropped this in for us. This is a 15 kilohertz VGA monitor tester. Very, very, so what he's going to do, and it runs on a battery. So let's just say you go to like the VCF East swap meet, which is happening next weekend, and you want to buy a monitor for your Amiga, and you don't know if it's going to work with the Amiga. You can just plug this little sucker in, and it puts out a test pattern, and you'll know if it could sync to the 15 hertz or not. It's very, very cool. Amiga and Atari ST computers use 15 kilohertz horizontal frequency, which many monitors cannot handle. Finding such monitors at secondhand or thrift stores can be hit or miss, most often a miss. This is a small device which can be carried along to test the monitors. So that's a neat little tool. It's a very, very neat little tool, especially if you're into thrifting, especially if you go to swap meets, you go to VCF East, you go to the consignment. There's shows all over the country and swap meets all over the country where they're selling all kinds of monitors. And this is just a perfect way. You don't have to bring your Amiga. You just bring this little device, plug it into the monitor, and you'll know if the monitor is going to be compatible with the Amiga or not. It's really cool. I really dig it. So big shout out to Voxel Trots, Amiga 40 in Germany, in Mönchengladbach. I will be there hanging out with many of you. I can't freaking wait. And it's pretty wild. I'm going to do the opening talk. So at 10:30 a.m., I'm going to open up the Amiga 40 Germany. It's going to be awesome. And then we go right into 2 interviews, just like I do here on the streams. I'm going to interview Jeff Bruett and RJ Michael. Right after that, I'm going to interview Dale Luck and Ron Nicholson. We got 4 absolute legends there. And after that, I'm going to introduce Beth Richard. She's going to do a talk called Demystifying the Akiko Chunky Planar Converter. Then I'm going to take a timeout. That's it. My duty is done on the stage. For then, I'm going to go into the main floor and rock out and hang out with all of you. I can't freaking wait. Oh, man. So October 18th and 19th in Mönchengladbach, Amiga 40 Germany. It is on like Donkey Kong. And the big news here is all the talks will be streamed to my Twitch channel right here, twitch.tv/AmigaBill. If you're watching on YouTube, the VODs will be posted onto my YouTube channel as well. So everything will be streamed to my Twitch channel. All these times are in the German time zone. So, but you'll get notified. If you follow me, you'll get the notification. Make sure your notifications are on when the streams go live. My man Vitus, he hooked me up. He's going to stream everything to my Twitch channel as well as his BBS Index YouTube channel. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to be watching the chat. I'm going to be watching the folks in the audience, so it's going to be wild. I'm also going to do a walkthrough probably on Sundays when I'll do the walkthrough, but there's 2 time slots when I can walk the main floor and interview people. Maybe I'll do it on Saturday too. I'm not sure. I'm going to kind of play it by ear because I also just want to like hang out. I want to hang out and I want to go play Freak Out. You know what I'm saying? I want to go hang out at Badger Punch Games. I want to hang out with all of you. So I'm going to be hanging out, and also at some point, definitely on Sunday, I'll do a walkthrough. So stay tuned to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AmigaBill. If you miss it live, don't worry. The time zones can be wacky. It'll be also posted on youtube.com/AmigaBill. I can't freaking wait. It's going to be a great one. Amiga 40 Germany, 40 years of Amiga. All right, now speaking of Amiga events, speaking of Amiga 40 events, I was also out on the west coast of the USA recently at Amiga 40 Silicon Valley, and let me tell you, that show was absolutely amazing. It was a total honor to be there, and all the organizers just did an incredible job. What an experience. Unbelievable. The VOD that evening, I'm not sure about that. Well, Charlie, you can always watch it on Twitch. So check it out. So what they did was they put up a website that recaps the whole event, and it's really, really fantastic. There was so much cool stuff. There's a plan of the show floor. They recreated the Amiga booth from the 1984 CES show. Incredible. They show you the Lorraine prototype room that Dale Luck brought. There's the Los Gatos artifact area, the kids' bedroom scene, the video toaster edit suite, all the different Amigas. There's some of my photos, rad. The Amiga coin ops, the future wall. It's all, there's a walkthrough of it as well. It's all recapped in one place on this website. It's awesome. And you know what else they have? Check it out, folks. I know some of you Badger Punch Games, I know you're watching right now. They've got a replay of the Amy Awards. Where is it? Where's that video replay? Let's see. And I am the co-host of the Amy Awards. Let's see, boom. Oh, and they also have the recreation of the Andy Warhol Deborah Harry with Tim Jennison and Kiki Stockhammer as well. Here's the Amy Awards right here. I'll give you a quick little sneak peek at the Amy Awards. They did a great job with the video, by the way, folks. A really, really great job. You'll see me on the floor, Steve. You will. Look at that. Look, this is awesome. You guys gotta check this video out. It's really, really good. They did such a great job. I'm telling you, the Amiga 40 Silicon Valley was top notch. It was absolutely fantastic. There I am, me and Bill.
Is what do you do after the Amiga 30th? We had to do something different. And so I decided to do an awards event. Because
it was cool. This is really cool. I definitely recommend you go watch it. Dan from Lemon Amiga, he cut together all the videos, which were super rad. It was cool. So like we introduced each game. Big shout out to John Hare. There's John Hare winning his award. It's just so good. This was a great ceremony. Really, really well done from the whole team. There I am. I'm the color man. It was a good warm-up for Amiga 40 Germany. Speaking of Amiga shows, Amiga 40 Germany, Amiga 40 Silicon Valley, we also have Workbench 2025, and this is the important thing here is a great friend of the stream, like one of the biggest supporters of mine in history, Scott from Retrobench, is announcing that Retrobench returns in 2026. So this is amazing news for the Amiga community. Scott is he's amazing. He repairs the Amigas at the Workbench events, and his store is incredible. He's such a good person. And if you need any Amiga items, I couldn't recommend Retrobench highly enough. So they'll be launching a new products at Swag Workbench event on October 25th, 2025. And their Retrobench website will be back in business starting January 2026. So huge congrats to Scott for coming back to the Retrobench, and this is just a big win for the entire Amiga community. Scott, one of the best people in the community, and one of the best things about me being into the Amiga hobby is meeting people like Scott. So Scott, congrats, and it's awesome to have you back, dude. And dude, Workbench looks awesome. Southwest Amiga User Group, these guys are awesome. They rock. So Workbench 2025 is coming up on October 25th, the annual meeting of the British Southwest Amiga Group. It's going to be an awesome one. Freak Out, a brand new Amiga game, will be released at Amiga 40 Germany. We just had an exclusive first look at Freak Out. It's amazing. We just played it on stream. It's an absolutely incredible game. To me, it's a mashup of Breakout and Pong and Arkanoid. It's kind of like Breakout, but it turns the screen 90 degrees. It's got a nice story to go along with it. Great music by Chris Hulsbeck. It has this crazy mode where if you're just playing single player, you can actually use your left hand for the left paddle and your right hand for the right paddle. It's amazing. It's unlike any other Breakout or Pong experience I've had. It's super cool. Today is the world premiere of the new game Amiga game Freak Out right here on Amiga Bill's Twitch stream. It was awesome. Classic Breakout gameplay with a twist. 1-player or 2-player co-op. Yeah, so that's kind of like 2-player mode, but you can also play 2-player co-op, which is super rad. Beautiful 64-color backgrounds, 100 action-packed levels, an exciting story mode, 50 frames per second action plus multi-ball. I love the multi-ball. That was a blast. And it's got a level editor. Amazing stuff. And freaking Chris Hulsbeck did the song. So I can't recommend this game highly enough. It's super, super rad. It will be available for sale at Amiga 40 Germany, and there'll be a digital download edition as well as the physical edition. Speaking of new boxed Amiga games, we're getting physical. Light the LEDs Collector's Box Edition. My man Rodrigo, creator of Skinny Marley. I love Skinny Marley. This game gets like right to my heart. I love it. He also made a very cool puzzle game called Light the LEDs. And here is an image showing the physical game box and the physical version of the 2025 digital Amiga game. With it, you can enjoy the same fun in the real world. Created by Toolsy Games, the artist and developer behind Skinny Marley, this collector's box is more than a game. It's a handcrafted art piece celebrating technology, nostalgia, and design. Each box includes the box with original Deluxe Paint 4 artwork, full color printed manual, analog board game. It comes with a die and a marker. That's amazing. Original 3.5-inch floppy disk with the game, the key for the digital itch.io version, numbered and signed certificate. Only 20 units will ever be made. Register your interest right here on that form. I'll post the link in the description of the video. And you can play the digital version by going to toolsy.itch.io/light-the-LEDs. We played this one on stream, and it's really good, folks. So there you go. You get another collector's box edition. I've got the box edition of Skinny Marley, and it's top quality, and you're supporting a great indie game dev. So light the LEDs. physical edition now available, but get them while they're available because only 20 units will ever be made. It's a big collector's edition. Now, you all know it wouldn't be an Amiga Bill news section without a trip over to Indie Retro News. I also saw it's posted on EAB, Geo's Quest 3 Part 2. Now, I know I've seen this game before, like, pop up. There's a lot, like, there's Geo's Quest 2, Geo's Quest 3. This is Geo's Quest 3 Part 2, the final chapter. Whatever it is, the creator has been on a really cool journey, and this is the last game in the series. So, Geo's Quest 3 Part 2, final chapter, has been released. If you remember playing adventure series of both Geo's Quest Gateway to Nowhere and Geo's Quest 2 In Search of Queen Lorraine, we played that one on the stream, you'll be pleased to know that the developer has released the latest and final chapter in the series called Geo's Quest 3 Chapter 6, There Be Cows, a game in which the developer describes as a crazy adventure that loosely follows XCOM's demise through the Gateway era and beyond. Oh, man. The adventure also pays tribute to music and movies of the era Back to the Future and The Fly, and bands such as Yes. Let's check out the video from Saberman. As George and Haney complete their adventure, Professor Ali is plotting his next move. That's Mehdi Ali selling AAA. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. There he is. Oh my God. This is incredible. I love it. Let's join the professor as he contacts the EHB space station. Following the escape of Haney and Comet's departure. Oh, this is great. This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. Oh my God. Delivery for Mr. Anus. Oh gosh. That's Agnes. Here we go, Mr. Anus. Oh, this is fantastic. Geo's Quest 3 Part 2 Chapter 6. Now available. The game has got over 100 rooms and close-ups to explore, dozens of puzzles to solve, games within the game, dozens of mods, samples, and animations to keep you entertained. And of course, it continues in the absurd humor evident in the previous episodes. My last effort to this series will be to revamp all 3 games to run on a 1 megabyte Amiga. Now, this came in fresh off the press, literally moments before I went live. Indie Retro News sent me the message over there on the Twitter X. Chaotic Crazy Castle, a new Commodore Amiga 500 game from 4 Seasons. If you're feeling a little left out with all the AGA and high-end Amiga games being released throughout the year, then worry not. As trawling the EAB forums, looking for any new games to talk about, and Kremso has mentioned the release of a new Commodore Amiga 500 platformer called Chaotic Crazy Castle by 4 Seasons. A game whereby you play as a little mage on a quest to brew a potion to make himself grow taller. Let's check it out. This sounds good. I like it. This sounds good. The humor reminds you of the Monkey Island games, Commodorian. Yeah, it does. It does. But it's like a Monkey Island's in Amiga. This is great. Department of Video Games, Retro Bureau of Nostalgia. Boing. That's fantastic. Oh, man. These games have some good humor. Oh, look out. Look out. That's an homage to Castlevania. I love it. Crazy Castle. That looks cool. The old skull platformer. Neat. Neat. We're getting a lot of good humor in the games. And you know what? We need it. Life is tough, man. Life is tough. When you play a game with some good humor, we need that. What's better than playing a game, escaping real life for a little while, and getting some laughs in? Laughter is the best medicine. So this is cool stuff. Okay, so this was cool. I saw this posted. I think I saw this posted on amiganews.de. I think that's where I saw it, but there's a great article about Roger Dean. Roger Dean is one of my all-time favorite artists. He did the covers for like Asia albums, Yes albums, and of course he also did the artwork for the legendary Shadow of the Beast and many other Psygnosis games. And this article is really, really good. It's a great interview with him. There's some Yes artwork that he did. I didn't realize he actually created the Psygnosis logo. I didn't even know that. until I read the article. It's really cool. So I highly recommend you go check this article out, give it a read. Roger Dean there's Barbarian, one of my first Amiga games. Oh man, this brought back a lot of nostalgia. I learned a lot, and I consider Roger Dean like a key part of the Amiga community because his images are what drew me into the Amiga. When I saw that Barbarian, dude, he had the sword and a chain, and he freaking sliced the chain, and then all the lightning and thunder happened, and it was like, I remember being in Software Link in White Plains, New York. Literally, this is one of the games I saw on the first day I walked in to see the Amiga at Software Link in White Plains, New York, and literally the Barbarian was like, boom, he picks up the sword, puts it down, cuts through the chain, the whole store was shaking, and I was like, oh, and my dad was like, oh, it was just awesome. Oh man, Roger Dean, an absolute legend. I love it. And of course, the Shadow of the Beast box art. It doesn't get any better than that. So I highly recommend you go check out this article. It's a really, really good one, and it's a great read. Enjoy. Speaking of great reads, this one is not new news, but Jake the dog. You know, if you don't read it when it first comes out and you read it a few years later, then it's news to you. My main man, Jake the dog, posted this in my Discord. He didn't realize that it had already come out, but it's a good article as well. Games That Push the Commodore Amiga by Graham Mason. And it's over on Bitmap Books website. Again, another good read. It came out back in 2022, but hey, it was news to Jake and it was news to me as well. And maybe it'll be news to you. Either way, I hope you enjoy the read. It's a good one. There you go. Well, of course, see where they show right off the bat, Shadow of the Beast. Love it. But it's a really good article. And yeah, there we got some Turrican too. I love it. So it's a good article. Lionheart. Oh man, that was a great one. So enjoy this article over on Bitmap Books website. It may be old news, but it's news to me. I like to tie news articles together. We're talking about articles here, Roger Dean article, Games That Push the Commodore Amiga article. Now we're transitioning to magazines, which have articles. My friends over at Amiga Addict magazine, to celebrate our 50-year, Amiga Addict is pleased to announce pre-orders for a limited run of issue #1 reprints. Why are they reissuing issue #1? Well, it's because it's the only one to sell out, baby. Woo! We sold them out, and now they are reissuing it in honor of their 5th year. They should age me a little bit. That picture is literally from it's almost 15 years old now. It's probably like a 13 or 14 years old. They should age Amiga Bill for the reissue, so you know it's a reprint and not an original printing. You know, I think they should age me. Oh man, produced in late 2020. Now's your chance to complete your collection. Grab your copy while stocks last over at Addict Media. So great stuff there. Congrats to the Amiga Addict team, seriously, on 5 years. They keep pushing out amazing content. I love Amiga Addict magazine. Again, I like to weave stories together. We're talking Amiga Addict magazine, which is a physical print as well as a digital copy. There's also another great magazine, What IFF. I really enjoy this one. It comes out quarterly, and it's not a printed magazine. It actually runs on a real Amiga, which is so cool. Or you can use the TWAS, like the Total Workbench Simulator, whatever it's called there. And it's a great. So they're releasing a brand new issue. It's coming out either today or tomorrow. You can download it on AmiNet, or it'll also be on whatiff.info. When we do the actual stream after the news section, I have the issue right here. We can check it out and see what the articles are. This is for the previous issue. But yeah, it's really cool. I highly recommend you download What IFF. Go check out their website. The guys put a lot of hard work into this magazine, and it's so cool that it's done in the on the Amiga format. It's so cool. It's a modern Amiga guide. Yeah, they use Amiga Guide. So it's a modern Amiga Guide magazine for creative Amiga users. Our magazine aims to fill the void left by magazines such as Amiga World, Amazing Computing, and Amiga Report. But the cool thing is you can read it on your real Amiga. I love that. And you click on that, the guide, enter the magazine, and here it is. How awesome is that? It's got music as well. You can turn the music on or off, go to dark mode. Game reviews. Oh, they reviewed Dungeonette in that issue. Very, very cool. How awesome, dude, the amount of work. How awesome is the Amiga commitment? The Amiga community is the absolute best. The amount of work that goes into this is insane. This was dropped into my Discord channel by the one and only Playavelli. I don't know much about it other than coming in November, Sensible World of Soccer 25-26 tournament. Woo! It is on like Donkey Kong. You can go over to sensiblesoccer.de and get more information about the big tournament. Who will win? I remember, I think it was last year, the winner like held up their trophy and like knocked the light off the ceiling. It was hilarious. Oh man. So the new tournament is coming up in November. If you're a footballer, if you're a Sensi Soccer footballer, start practicing because it is on. Almost last, not quite last, but you know, at the end of the news section, I always like to try and find like a quirky, weird little news story. And the place I usually find that is Reddit. The Amiga community on Reddit is awesome. And this is cool. So Archer6666, he's almost the devil. 1/6 more than the devil. 1/6 more than Satan. This guy must be cool. He posted this picture. He was in Japan, and there is a Commodore Amiga sign outside the store. So and then someone else, Via responded. He's like, I literally walked past it last week and took the same photo. But here's a little bit of backstory behind the store and the sign. As a bonus, I tried to go inside, and upstairs I found a glass door with a GPP dealer and a video toaster sticker on it. This is a mystery. It's an adventure. I love it. The owner was about to leave. He's a video producer who unsurprisingly used an Amiga back in the day when he was also running as a Commodore reseller in the shop. It was his store, and I surmise his video studio, since he's actively working with video production. So he's still working up there, still his office, and he's still got the Commodore Amiga sign outside. I love it. That he still keeps the logo outside and proudly displays the stickers on his front door says how much of an Amiga fan he is to this day. I just thought that was a really cool story. I love it. So great job to the Amiga Reddit community. That was a fun one. You can go see the thread over here. So that was posted by Archer666666, and Olafers is the one who responded and gave us the story, and there's his picture of it. So that was cool. That was very, very cool. Also, breaking news, I got this in last night, folks. As you all know, there's a lot of game jams going on right now. Amiga Cami reached out to me. She is the founder of the AmiGameJam and AmiGameJam 2025, the return of the arcade. And this time, the challenge is to create an Amiga game in the style that's worthy of its own arcade cabinet. I love the concept of this. And it's got two new sponsors. Immortal Joysticks and Arcade Parts UK are now official sponsors of AmiGameJam 2025. You know, I love Immortal Joysticks. I've got a rad Immortal joystick right over there. It literally made a dent in my floor. That's how indestructible those things are. Back in my other house, I dropped the joystick. Fortunately, I was able to move my toe out of the way in time. So my toe was safe, but the floor wasn't. It literally left a divot in the floor. That's how strong those suckers are. It's amazing. So big shout out to Immortal Joysticks and Arcade Parts UK for sponsoring Amiga Cami's AmiGameJam. It's going on right now, and it will close at 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time on December 1st, 2025. So you got like a month and a half left to go. So you got to get your game in. She said she may extend the deadline a little bit, so there's more entries. But definitely go check out itch.io/jam/AmiGameJam. If you're an indie game dev, there's some crazy prizes right now. Amazing prizes. Like the pot is big. Like there's some cash behind it because the Amiga community is awesome, and they've donated to her GoFundMe to make a nice cash pot. Woo! Amiga Cami's in the chat right now, and she said that she's most likely going to extend it. Oh, Amiga Live, you think it was the Greek stick that dented the floor? You might be right. But I'll tell you what, if I dropped the Immortal, it would dent the floor too. So here's the link to the AmiGameJam. If you're an Amiga game dev, definitely join the jam. The prizes are awesome. I'm going to be the host of it as well. We'll host the results on the Twitch stream right here. And it's a fun one. I love arcade games. There it is. GoFundMe.com/F/AmiGameJam 2025. So help fund the prize, and the pot is big right now, folks. So if you win this, you're gonna win some good stuff. Even if you just win an Immortal joystick, it's worth it right there. They're awesome. So great job, Cami. We also have Life School's Amiga Tool Jam going on. My man Blue Wizard is creating some cool tools, some email tools. I dig it. I can't wait to see this one wrap up. I think it's gonna wrap up soon, right? I think. Yeah, okay, so the jam's open and will close. So it's closing right about now. It's going to close in the middle of October, and then the voting will open. So maybe by next week, we'll have the voting open. We'll put that in the Amiga News section. And there's some really cool tools that were entered into this tool jam, including Blue Wizard's email app, which is a lot of fun. And then also this coming up at Amiga 40 Germany next week, we got Phase 101's Vampire Jam demo compo. I can't wait to see what demos were made for the Vampire. Hopefully there'll be some that take advantage of like the Maggie, take advantage of the 080. That'll be cool. So Phase 101's Vampire Jam still going on. You got a few days left. You got a few days left to enter it. Of course, we got Amiga 40 Germany coming up next week. The set patch party is Friday night. Hoffman's going to be doing some DJing. We got DJ Tio, DJ Altraz. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Remute, Fast Loaders featuring Chris Hulsbeck. It's going to be an epic party. I can't believe the party happens the night before the event, but that's another story. Workbench 2025 is coming up on October 25th. Welcome Scott from the Retro Bench back. That's awesome. We got Ami West coming up, and my man Ghetto Finger Gaming just dropped a new video about an Ami West 2025 update. Big changes are happening. The show floor has been updated, and there's so much more coming your way, from new layouts to exciting additions. This year's Ami West is shaping up to be one for the history books. Here is a link to Ghetto Finger Gaming's YouTube channel, where you can go check out the updates for Ami West. I wish I was going to that one. That would be a lot of fun. There you go, Ghetto Finger. Great job with that. Don't miss it. Ami West 2025 is almost here. And then last and certainly not least, from the Amiga 40 celebrations, we got T-Pug. I just got a sneak peek of they're doing a special issue of the magazine. Oh my God, it looks so good. The Toronto Pet Users Group is hosting the World of Commodore coming up on December 6th and 7th, 2025. And they're also making a new magazine, a special edition Amiga 40 T-Pug magazine. And let me tell you something, it looks absolutely hot. Hot, baby. You gotta wear gloves when you read the new T-Pug magazine because it's gonna burn you. There you have it, folks. Another epic week of Amiga news. I hope to see you all next week at Amiga 40 Germany. There won't be an official Sunday Fun Day, but there'll be plenty of streaming happening. All the streams from Amiga 40 will be going to my Twitch channel, and then the VODs will be on youtube.com/AmigaBill. So you won't, if you can't be there in person, you won't miss a thing. It's going to be an absolute blast, and I can't wait to hang with so many of you in person. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with another official Amiga Bill Amiga News section. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.